Well, I guess someone had a bumpy ride from under the sea. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. And as you can see, I have finally gotten the 30th anniversary limited edition Ariel, so I'm just so excited to do this video. Let's go. And before we start, I'm Chaymie and I like to make toy videos here on my channel, so make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you would like to stay tuned for more toy video content. So here she is, and as you can see, I got a deboxed version of her, but she's complete and in pretty much great condition, and I won her for a very decent price, so it's a good deal. Her bow's in a box, however, I'm not sure whether she just had a really bumpy ride or she was just not repackaged properly in there. And before we go further, I just have to say a big thank you and a shout out to my friend Phelan on Instagram, because he was the one that sent me the link to the auction. If it weren't for him, I would have never found the link. So thank you so much for sending me that link. Alright, enough talking, let's get to the doll. So first up, the box. So the box design, I'd have to say it's one of the most beautiful designs that they have done on a limited edition doll. And I am not just saying it because Ariel is my favorite, okay? I'm not being biased. It is really pretty. Especially all the iridescent colors. It's just, it's magical. And it just really evokes that magic of being underwater. The Little Mermaid 30 Years logo is prevalent on the front as well as on the back, and you can also pause and read the copy if you'd like. And like I always say, I love a long copy on the back of a doll's box. It just shows care into designing this doll and making her happen. Now it's time to take her out of the box and see how she's faring inside. Okay, she's looking good. My biggest worry was that her face paint might have smudged against the plastic window, but thank God that hasn't happened. And in terms of securing her in the package, it looks like she is tied, but only at the bottom through the base of the stand. Let's just quickly undo that and she's free! So here is my certificate of authenticity, and mine is number 3217 out of 5500. The cert itself is also very shimmery, just like the box. And finally, before we move on to the doll, the final component of the box is the backdrop itself. So I think it's the little rock place where Under the Sea took place. So it's really cute and it's still shimmery as well. And finally, we have Ariel herself. So before we get into the details, like always, let's have a 360 look at the doll. Her hair is a bit messy in some parts, but overall it looks pretty okay. Alright, let's move on to the details. So first up, the face sculpt. So she is featured in that brand new face sculpt that they debuted back then with this doll and also from this collection. And it's really pretty. It makes her look very teen-like, more youthful, so I really do love that. Although I still love the original sculpt as well. I love that her makeup is quite simple. She had some blush and her signature red lips, and she also has glittery gold eyeliner, or eyeshadow I suppose, on the top of her lids. Her brows are painted slightly higher, so it gives off that inquisitive look about the world above the water. And for her hair, I am so glad they finally gave her bangs again properly, and the bangs themselves are actually pretty soft. Like, the part near the scalp is not gelled at all, and only at the little bit at the end it's gelled to keep the shape. And she also has a rather nicely detailed purple sea flower. Her hair is actually decently styled as well, and I do think the previous owner kept her well because almost all of the curls are still intact. They are gelled, but at the same time they're really soft and bouncy, so I live for that. I cannot stand crunchy hard gel. And also she have 2 strands of little pearls on 2 of her front curls. Originally I thought they were in her entire head, but no, it's just at the front, but they are really pretty and they are actually attached to the little purple flower and then tied along the hair. Her rooting is kind of thin, but I think it was done purposely to create that overall effect of not making it too thick. Now moving on to her outfit, so for her bra, she have this beautiful gold beaded kind of chain that goes around her neck like a halter top. Her purple bra is sculpted beautifully with this gradient kind of shimmery paint with these gold lines. She also have this jewel dangly bit that is hanging off of a golden noctilus shell, so I love that touch of Ursula in there. And then she has her strap, so these are the normal bead editions, whereas the Japanese version exclusively have pearls. And they all attach with Velcro on the back. There's also a little purple ribbon that is holding the bra together on the back. Moving on to jewelry, so on this hand she have 3 bracelets, 2 gold and 1 is diamond encrusted bracelet. So I first saw this on the limited edition newest Jasmine and I thought that was new, and I never realized it had debuted since with Ariel. And on this hand she has the same type of chains from her neck, just in a double loop. And now for the tail. I just love this part. Ever since I was young, in the movie, I was always fascinated by that little see-through waist fin that Ariel has, and I'm just so happy to see that they recreated beautifully on a doll right here. And the fact that it's not a straight line around the waist and has that little V-shaped dip, love. And then she has her little frilly bits on the side, so I always thought they were just at the sides, but they actually do go all the way around, so I'm not sure it was envisioned as a little kind of skirt piece or, you know, just as a little dorsal kind of hip fin kind of thing. And finally, we move on to the tails. So it's a sequence, I'm having a Roxy Andrews moment here, but it's a sequence tail. So, I mean, I think they know that they did such a great job with the tail on the designer Ariel that came with Ursula. So they replicated it and I think it works. I just love the shift of color under certain lighting. And the fabric of this tail is actually quite stretchy too. And finally, we move on to her fin. So I always love that when Disney does her tails, they always make the fin really big and majestic, and I just love that. It has embroidered patterns to mimic the lines of her fins, and it has a bazillion jewels, and then they're wired inside so that you can pose the fin to how you like it. As for articulation, she has the usual articulation at the neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and of course instead of a torso joint, she now has a waist swivel joint like the newer dolls, which I prefer than a torso joint, which doesn't really move that much either. And she is actually pretty tall once you make her stand with her fins pointing down. So let me just kind of show you. There we go. She's super tall. So in a nutshell, I love everything about this doll. There's nothing I would change on her. She's perfection. Again, this is not biasism. Is that even a word? But yeah, she's totally worth it. And I wish I had gotten her back then when she came out. Like, I had the chance to get her, but I was in a difficult period in my life, you know, personally. So I was just having my I'm not gonna collect anymore phase, and I regret it so much because I missed out on the entire 2019 Little Mermaid collection. But now I've gotten the platinum set and I've gotten her. So there's only 4 more to go, meaning the Japanese Ariel, I do want her, the General Vanessa, D23 Vanessa, and of course the D23 Pink Ariel. So this is still a long way to go, but I am hopeful. The one thing I would suggest on this doll is that they should have given her a dingle hopper. I mean, like, come on, Disney, really, please. Like, they have given accessories to princesses dolls in the past, and they have given accessories to some of the newer dolls as well, so it's like a dingle hopper. It's not gonna cost much to produce a little tiny plastic dingle hopper, Disney, please. At least for the 35th anniversary, make it happen, come on. It's absurd that none of the designer or limited edition Ariels that they have done so far does not come with a dingle hopper. And that is unacceptable under the laws of Atlantica. And I just really wanted to do a comparison with the original 2013 Ariel doll, but as you can see, my original doll is stuck in this Tetris wall of dolls, so I can't really take her down right now, so this is as close as we'll get for a comparison, for now. And as you can see, they're both beautiful in their own way, and if you ask me to choose one out of the two, I won't be able to do it. I love them both. And yeah, Prince Eric now has 2 wives. So that's it. That is it for my review on the 30th anniversary limited edition Ariel doll from 2019. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in your comments in the comments down below. What do you think about her? Do you have her, or are you still on the hunt? Because if you're on the hunt, I suggest don't give up, and she's totally worth it. You can also check me out on Instagram at Chaymie Creates for more toy photography, and if you really enjoyed this video, you can thumbs up, like, and subscribe. It'll really help out my channel. Once again, thanks so much, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye!